Welcome to the recap, powered by Cinelinx.com. I'm your host, Matt, and here are the biggest news stories that had the community buzzing this week. Alright, let's start off with movie news and the Blade Runner sequel. The untitled one, previously, now finally has a title in Blade Runner 2049. Now, for those who have seen the movie, you'll understand why it's called 2049. For those of you who haven't, the original film was set in 2019, so because it's been a little over 30 years, plot-wise, they're going to go 30 years ahead, and it's going to be 2049. The movie will still star returning star Harrison Ford. You'll also have Dave Bautista, Robin Wright, Jared Leto, and a plethora of other amazing talents for this film, including Ryan Gosling as well. And it'll be executive produced by the original director, Ridley Scott. Next up, we now have a title and a new poster for Hugh Jackman's last movie as Wolverine. It's going to be entitled Logan, and as you can see from here, it shows a pretty cut up hand of Wolverine and a tiny hand, of only we can assume is X-23. Now that would be a horrible tease if it's not X-23 and it's some other kid that they're just going to throw in there as some sort of, relatable character. Regardless, they're doing the Old Man Logan storyline, and it should be an amazing one. And from the little script that we saw that you can check out on Cinelinx.com, it looks like it's going to be as brutal as the original comic book was. So you definitely check that out. Logan should be coming out next year. I cannot wait. That is one of my all-time favorite storylines, and it's going to be really sad to see Hugh Jackman leave. Finally, let's go into Disney news. They had a lot of announcements this week, but none bigger was than the release of the Pirates of the Caribbean 5th movie, Dead Man Tell No Tales. It was a little teaser trailer that they had, and it shows Javier Bardem as a ghost captain, Captain Salazar, looking for Jack Sparrow. And it was a little cool. I actually was pretty excited about it because it looked like it was a throwback to the original film that made the entire series so famous. So yeah, that one will be coming out next year as well. Transitioning over to video game, we're going to do it we're going to ease ourselves into it from movies to video games because there's actually a video game that is set to become a movie, and that is the Gears of War franchise. Universal Pictures has now picked up the rights to Gears of War, and it makes so much sense because that is such a big story that it needs to be put on the big screen. Whether or not it's done right remains to be seen because, as we all know, most video games to movies do not ever pan well. And our final bit of news for the recap this week comes out of Rocksteady, the studio that created the Batman Arkham series. They're currently working on Batman Arkham VR, and they came out recently and said that the whole story is only going to be about 60 minutes long, but it's going to go for about $20. So you kind of get your bang for your buck out of it. Now, they did also say that there's going to be a lot of replayability with it because there's going to be about 90 minutes of extra footage, extra stuff for you to see, and that's only by playing it over and over and over again. So, at least there is a replayability to it, but when I got to play it at E3 2016, I wasn't very impressed because all I was doing was just standing right there, immobile, and just throwing batarangs. That's all I did. Well, it's cool as a premise. I would like to be able to move a little bit more and it not be like I'm on a track. Alright, so we'll see when it comes out. It should be coming out with PlayStation VR when that comes out next week on October 13th. And that's it for the recap, guys. I've been Matt, and don't forget to check out all of our other Powered by Cinelinx shows like SCNS. There's also Nerd Interference and the Father Gamer podcast. And don't forget, for all your news, reviews, editorials, and more, keep it on Cinelinx.com.